Hello, so this is a video about the sequential function charts, Grafcet, and this is a problem, and this is the ninth video, is about the automatic pancake machine. So if you go to some hotels, they have these devices, is an automated pancake machine. And this is the didactic adaptation, and we are going to consider that that this machine is controlled by a PLC, and you want to implement a program for this machine. So we are going to consider that the cream is deposited in this place here, and then we got two conveyor belts. They are going to push the cream in this direction, and this is going to leave here to this plate. So you got here a button. This is the OK button to start the production. So we are going to consider, while it is not like this, but we are going to consider this a cream deposit that has to be filled every so often. So I make this drawing, and then you see here the deposit. The deposit has a sensor C2 who detects that the deposit is full. Then you got here a pump that is going to be activated, a valve to inject the cream into the conveyor belts. And also we got a sensor here that is going to detect that the pancake has passed through. So we are going to consider that initially the conveyor belt is stopped, the motor is stopped, and you are not going to concern about the heating, because there is a heating process here to make the pancakes, and we are going to consider that there are no pancakes in production. There is a push button to start button to turn on the machine, and the stop button to stop or turn off the machine. So when the OK button is pressed, so a pump is activated for 4 seconds to pour the liquid into the conveyor belt, in this place here. And then we are going to consider in this version that we can hold a maximum of 3 pancakes at a time in the conveyor belt. So this limit is not going to be has to be respected. Okay, so you are also we are going to consider that the conveyor belts are activated only when there is at least 1 pancake in production. So also we are going to count the number of pancakes, and when it reaches 50, but I'm not going to consider 50 here, I'm going to consider 5, an alarm is going to be activated to alert the person in charge, so he or she can refill the tank here for the cream, which is going to be detected by sensor S2, and this is going to reactivate the system. So also, when the pump is in operation, or the conveyor belt is full with 3 pancakes, you can press the OK button, but it's not going to be considered this order. So we could do this with the ladder diagrams or otherwise, but in this case we are going to draw a Grafcet diagram, which would enable to implement the PLC program. So in this case, I always recommend to draw the PLC, and the digital inputs. In this case, inputs are the OK button, S1 sensor, S2 sensors, the start button and stop button. As the outputs, we got one to control the motor, or the motors in this case, one to activate the pump for the cream, and another one, the alarm, to refill the deposit. Also, I'm going to consider a memory bit or Boolean variable called run in this implementation. I'm going to use also, I use the Grafcet IO that you can find in this link. It's quite an interesting tool, which has an editor and also a simulator. So in this case, I implemented the Grafcet using partial Grafcet. So the first one, G1, is this one. So when this is the initial step, when the start button is pressed, then we activate this step, which is going to issue this run position. I consider not a memorized step, but it could be, and also initialize the counter to count the C1, which is going to count the 50 or 5 pancakes, and the C2, which is the number of places available in the conveyor, which are 3. So if the stop is pressed and the conveyor is free of pancakes, then you can go to the initial step, okay, and stop the system. The Grafcet G2 is this one. So I consider that if the run is activated, after this one is, and also if you got places for pancakes in the conveyor, and at least one conveyor over there. So in this case, the motor is going to be activated, and when the number is 3, is going to start to stop. It means that there is no pancakes in the conveyor. So you stop the motor. So as a G3 graph set is this one. So when I press the OK button, the pump is not operating, and we got also cream, and there is space in the conveyor. Okay, so in this case, we activate the pump. Okay. So if I activate the pump for these 4 seconds, and then we decrement the number of places available in the conveyor. Okay, so this is always true condition. So this is a loop, and finally, in this version, okay, G4, whenever the falling edge of S1, that means that pancake pass through the sensor and this is going to the plate. Okay, then we got a decision. Okay, we have cream, so the counter is not equals to 5 or 50. Then we go to the initial step and repeat this loop. Okay, here. And if it is 5, okay, we stop. We go to this step. We issue the alarm. Okay, until the operator goes and refills the deposit. S2 becomes true. We reset the counter again, and we go to the first position. Okay, so I'm going to try to simulate that in this version. Okay, pressing here. So now I can first push the start button. So okay, now is in a run. I reset the counters. So now I can begin to make my first pancake. So I'm going to press the OK button. Okay, the pump is activated, the timer is counting, and okay, now we can see in C2, watch here, so we less 1, so 2, so we just have 2 places in the conveyor. So this represent this situation here. Okay, we got the first one here, so we got 1 in production. Okay, so then I'm going to press again the OK. Okay, it's pouring the cream, and okay, now I got just 1 place, and this will be this one. Okay, we got 2 pancakes on the conveyor belt in production, none on the plate. Okay, yet. So I'm going to press again. Okay, make it the third pancake. So the third pancake is on production. So it's 1, 2, 3 pancakes. Okay, and now guess what? If I press OK, if the guy is eager to eat more, he is going to press. But okay, because we don't have places, okay, it doesn't enable the pump to be activated. So now I have to okay, the pancakes are to leave and pass through S1. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to press 1. So now I got 1 pancake produced now, and we got 1 open space. but I'm going to, okay, press again and again. So now I should have in this case three pancakes on the plate and three places to make more pancakes. So I'm going to press again the OK button for once and another time. So now I should have three pancakes in the plate and two in production. Okay. So I'm going to imagine that they pass through S1. So I'm going to press again S1. So now I got C1 with 4 and again C1 with 5, which is the limit, should be 50, whatever. And now what happens? The alarm is issued. You see here in step 10. And the operator comes and fills again the deposit. And so if I do that, the C1 is going now to be again 0. And we got three places. So if I press again the OK now, the OK is going to make another pancake. Okay, so now I got one in production. Okay, if I press again S1, okay, in this case we got three spaces and one produced in a plate. Okay, okay, the last situation uh, it will be this. Okay, the one. Okay, so now if I go here and try to stop the system, okay, it will go to step 1 and stop the system. Okay, so this is probably not a full operational Grafcet, but it seems okay. Of course, you can do your own versions and not using partial Grafcets. And with this, I'm going to conclude this video. Hopefully, we enjoyed it. See you next time. Thank you for watching.